Instagram does not stop growing. There are more and more users and more content on this social network. More than 2 billion people use Instagram monthly, and surely your company also has its own profile. Although the time where growing was quick and easy is over. In this video, we will see all the ways to do digital marketing on Instagram, and then some tips on how to grow on this platform today. So let's not wait any longer, and let's get started. We can classify digital marketing into two main groups: organic actions, which would come to be posts, stories, reels, etc., and then advertising actions, such as promotions, advertisements, etc. Depending on your budget, you can adapt your marketing plan to your needs. So now we are going to tell you more in detail about each group. Let's start with organic actions. These actions are the most basic on Instagram, but not the least important. Let's take a look at the points to keep in mind. Define your goals. Don't stop at vanity metrics such as the number of likes, and look for ways to link your presence on this network to your business objectives. Create a company account. It is not advisable to market on Instagram with personal accounts, as you would be missing out on multiple functionalities, such as Instagram statistics, Instagram ads, or Instagram shopping, which we will see in the next group. Analyze your competition. If you're just starting your journey on Instagram, or even if you've already had your strategy for a while, an important step is to analyze what your competition is doing on social networks, and in particular on Instagram. It's not a matter of being obsessed with the competition or replicating what they do, but being aware of the content that your potential audience is already consuming to differentiate yourself and add value with something new and fresh. Create your community. The way to increase your visibility on Instagram is to create community. Don't just use Instagram as if it were a showcase. Take the time to ask interesting questions to your followers and interact with them as much as possible. Reply to their comments, take polls. Instagram can also be an opportunity to expose yourself and show the most human side of the brand. Show the day-to-day, how each order is prepared in the case of a store, or you can even dare to explain challenges or problems that arise. All this will make followers empathize with the brand and with who is behind it. Not only will you be interacting with your future customers, but you will also build loyalty with your existing customers, and they will recommend you if you are attentive to their suggestions and comments. Optimize your profile. Your account name is crucial for SEO and brand identity. For a business account, add your name and the subject of your content. For example, Sally, English teacher. The next step is the description or biography. It highlights how your product, service, or content will benefit others. For example, we help you learn English for free. It is important to include a call to action, such as request your appointment now, as well as a recognizable avatar, which does not contain too much information, but is visually striking and memorable. If you have more than one website to promote on your profile, try using platforms such as Linktree, which groups different links into one. Create a consistent brand image. Instagram is first and foremost a visual network, where a picture really is worth 1,000 words. To take advantage of its full potential, you must create a coherent aesthetic in your publications, so that they stand out within the feed and are immediately recognizable. Make the most of Instagram Reels, vertical videos of a maximum of 90 seconds that compete head-to-head with TikTok. Undoubtedly, to grow on Instagram today, you have to take advantage of the potential of Reels. To ensure greater success, we recommend you first of all take advantage of the first 3 seconds to highlight the most important and capture the viewer's attention. You can use large text, an impactful sound, or a transition with movement. Include subtitles in the video to make the content accessible and understandable, as well as making it more dynamic. Use trending formats or challenges, as well as audio or filters that are gaining popularity to ride the trend wave.
That happened? You didn't wreck it? You didn't hit anybody? You didn't run anybody over?
And finally, bear in mind that videos featuring people tend to be more successful, so it is advisable to use them as a creative resource in your creatives. Within the content strategy, it is advisable to include videos that present personal experiences related to your company, including the audience in the process and your day-to-day. You can record fragments of the daily life of your company, show the more human face that we mentioned before, make funny content or simply informative content of value that solves doubts and pain points of your potential customers. Remember to use hashtags according to the content. In addition, before publishing the reel, make sure you choose the 3 topics related to your video so that Instagram can recommend it to those who may be most interested. Use custom covers. Covers are the static image users see on your profile before entering a reel. Use them to clearly indicate the content of each video and make navigation easier. Covers can be a still from the video or an image that you can select from your gallery, but keep in mind that in the feed they will appear cut in a square format. You can also add text stickers to highlight a title. The important thing is that these covers are eye-catching, clear, and identifiable with your brand. Use stories. Stories don't need to look as polished as permanent images, nor do they need to follow the brand aesthetic to the letter. This is where you can take advantage to try to interact as much as possible with your audience. Record more fun and everyday moments, share your posts and reels so that they have more reach, highlight your stories. Instagram gives you the option to create a group of stories and highlight them on your profile. This way, new users who discover you will be able to see these stories and get to know the more informal side of the brand and what kind of content they are going to find. You can also highlight, for example, frequently asked questions from your audience, reposts from your customers, etc., without having to post it on your Instagram feed and thus maintain a visual consistency. For example, look at Zara's profile, where they have different clothing lines highlighted. To make it more visually pleasing, we recommend creating covers from your profile highlights. Anchor or pin featured videos. The next thing new users will see on your profile are the first 3 posts in your feed. Once you start posting content, it is highly recommended that you pin the ones that best represent your brand, or even the ones that have had the best reception among your audience. You can choose up to 3, and you can change them at any time. This way, if someone comes to your profile, they will know where to start viewing your content. Take it as a best hits or as a business card for your potential client. Take advantage of captions. Did you know that you can put up to 2,200 characters in Instagram captions? It's a great opportunity to tell your brand story or inform and include steps to follow or tips in captions, also known as copies. Instagram recommends us to start with the most important information, use a personal and consistent tone, try to keep the text short and to the point, and promote actions with direct and simple text. But don't forget the hashtags. A few years ago, it was normal to fill Instagram posts with hashtags, although now it's recommended to use them more sparingly. An average of 3 to 5 hashtags per post may be enough. Remember that hashtags are for users to discover your account, so they need to be relevant and specific. Keep in mind the schedule and maintain regularity. Once you have the company's profile, you can use Instagram's Insights tool. There you will be able to see which days and times it is more efficient to post a publication. When you are already clear about which times are the most optimal, try to make sure they are always the same. Live videos. Since the emergence of Twitch, live videos have become increasingly popular and have been seen to create more community, as they allow total interaction between consumer and brand. Take advantage of them to answer questions, show products, or simply to chat and make the brand more human. Do giveaways. If there's something that gets a lot of interaction, it's giveaways. Set a requirement to participate, like liking the post and following your account. But don't overdo it, because people like when things are made easy for them. Just with these tips, you'll surely notice an important change in your interactions and followers. In order to speed up the process, and if you have the means, you can use Instagram's non-organic actions. What are they? Let's look at the most important ones. Instagram ads are a very powerful option and allow you to adjust some features to reach the audience you are looking for. So investing in it can give you the push you need. Make sure you segment your ads well and always include a call to action. To use Instagram ads, go to your profile and click on the post you want to promote. Press the Promote Post Create button and start customizing your ad. You can choose age groups, location, gender, or you can choose accounts similar to yours if you don't have a clear idea of your audience yet. At the end, it will let you choose the budget and the time of the ad. The longer it lasts, the more money you will invest. The feature to promote a post is a simple way to promote your ads. But as many of you know, Instagram is part of Meta, the same company as Facebook, and as such, shares the same advertising platform. This gives you access to a huge range of possibilities for more complex and elaborate campaigns, with multiple ads, multiple placements, and more control over where and how your posts are displayed. Keep this in mind for when you're ready to take the plunge. Partner with micro-influencers. We already know that Instagram is one of the favorite sites for influencers, so collaborating with one of them can quickly multiply our reach and visibility. On the other hand, mass influencer marketing is not always worth it. Instead, it makes more and more sense to look for nano-influencers between 1,000 and 10,000 followers, or micro-influencers between 10,000 and 100,000, with smaller but more interactive and specialized audiences. Sometimes you don't need to invest money in them. You can talk to them and make collaborations by giving away products or services of yours in exchange for good ratings or a promotion or giveaway or post on their Instagram. Sell on Instagram. If you have an e-commerce, you can take advantage of the publications of your products to sell them. Shopping on Instagram is a set of features that allow people to easily buy from your brand's photos and videos on Instagram. You can create your store online and on Instagram, so your followers don't have to go to external sites to shop. Within your store, you can create collections and detail pages where you can link to your website. In addition, you can add product tags to the posts you make so that with just one click, users can get more information. How to grow on Instagram today. Before we finish the video, let's take a look at some tips on actions you should stop doing on Instagram and actions you should do to grow on Instagram. Let's start with the actions you should not do. Overly edited images. Too professional photos can create distance with your audience. Upload aesthetic but natural photos. Horizontal content. Now the content that is consumed is mostly vertical. In addition, on the mobile screen, vertical posts stand out more than horizontal ones. So don't turn your cell phone upside down when creating content. Not using music or sounds in Reels, or always the same. As we have already mentioned, using the popular music of the moment is key to reaching more people. But it is not nice to hear the same song in each publication. Posts only in feed. Instagram is now much more than that. Upload Reels, stories, videos, and use the different options Instagram gives you to spread your content and give it the best chances to grow. Making the perfect feed. It is clear that before Instagram was based 100% on aesthetic images. But now it goes much further, and you have the opportunity to create more creative content without the fear of a messy feed. Ignoring comments. We repeat that Instagram is not a showcase. Interact with your audience. Buying followers. It is increasingly penalized, and a user can quickly notice if you have many followers but little engagement on posts. And this can make them doubt your brand and not trust it. Following back or following many accounts. Any unnatural behavior can be detrimental to your account. Follow relevant accounts with which you interact or share industry, context, or interests. Actions you should be doing. People-led marketing. Include content from people in your brand account, be it people from the company, content creators, or influencers. If you want to know more about people-led marketing methodology, we recommend you watch this video. Carousels with music. Upload more than one photo and add viral music. Record with your cell phone and show the most natural and close side of the brand. Look at the camera and dare to appear in your videos. And if you can't for any reason, count on your customer success stories, collaborate with influencers or content creators, or use content generated by your users. Add dynamic subtitles to videos so that people who watch videos without sound can understand the content. Follow trends and adapt them to your sector. For example, Instagram publishes a summary of trends every month in its creators account that you can't miss. Collaborate or interact with similar accounts to create community and grow in your niche. With all this information, we hope you can grow your account and make your digital marketing strategy on this platform more effective. If you have any questions, Leave it in the comments. Follow us and hit the little bell so you don't miss any content about digital marketing, and see you in the next video.